Hello everybody, this is Alabaster once again. Here I am to start my new series called Let's Talk About. Today's subject today is Saberspark, who we'll be talking about. Now, he did several videos called Ballad of the Brony. There was one that he originally did that was probably maybe a half hour long. Then he came out with a one that's over an hour long, which is very entertaining, very informative. There's some points that he forgot to mention. At times, the music was a little louder than he was speaking. So at times I was adjusting my volume at times. So let's talk about this a little bit more than what he had originally put in his video. Now, one, Applejack. Now he mentioned that My Little Pony came out back in 81, 82. Yes, I know that. I was there. I actually remember it very, very well. I guess you would call myself a G1. Now I like that because, you know, I was there since day one. A lot of bronies would not acknowledge G1, G2, G3, and G3.5. Now G1 is my era. I actually remember the commercials being on air. I remember when the toys hit the air. Now, I just mentioned Applejack. Applejack was the original first pony that came out. Now, she probably didn't have a name at the time. I don't remember. I'd have to do a little more research on that. Now, Applejack did actually have a hat with her, but it was blue. Now, with Applejack, she was a little more animated with her toy and a little larger. Now, I'm going to set that aside for a little while, and we'll bring that up later on in the series. Now, let's go to Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie was one of the original ones, too, but she came in later on. Now, I'm going to skip forward to G4. What Saber forgot to mention was in one of the episodes, actually the very first episode, part 2 I believe it was, that she was giggling at the ghosties. Now as we went on, progressed in season 1, season 2, she became more frightened of ghosties. In the Halloween episode, you're gonna have to forgive me, I forget what it was called. I'm sure some guy or girl is going to say, hey, it's lunar eclipse is what it's called. And that's fine, you know, you can make all the comments you want, so I don't care. So lunar eclipse, she was terrified of mentions of ghosts, stuff like that. You know, she was terrified of Nightmare Moon. But I realize it is a Halloween episode. It's a good time to be scared and laugh and giggle about it afterwards. But in the Ne'er-do-well episode, there was also times where she became scared as well. I'm not going to do the research on it because everybody knows the episode, and you can just do the episode, watch the episode again if you want. There's other times like that. Now, let's go back to Saberspark. Now, this guy did like 2 ballads of the Brony. He did some other episodes too, and can't remember what they're called. Now he does Everfree Radio and does a live stream there. Now I've actually gone to his live stream. Some of it was very cool. Most of it is just, oh my god, boring videos of him playing a video game. Now, if he was playing Minecraft or World of Warcraft or some PC or console game, what have you, right? But he's just sitting there, he's playing video games with his buddies, you know, while others are messaging, and it's on and on and on messaging. Some of the messages are just totally outrageous, and just people don't care, trying to get his attention. He doesn't care either, really. That pisses me off no end. What really ticks me off is, you know, he got all this fame all of a sudden. Now he thinks he's, you know, king shit. So I know I'm gonna get comments like, you know, you're fat, you're ugly, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't care. I really don't. You know, I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm watching My Little Pony. I've been watching My Little Pony since the 80s, guys and gals. So nothing what you say is gonna hurt me at all. But anyway, that's beside the point. You know, like I said, I've been there since, you know, the 1980s. Been watching it day one. I'm also going to mention that he did a review of the very first movie that My Little Pony came out, the pilot episode, I guess you would call it. Now, he mentioned like, oh my god, the dragons, the ponies are being changed into dragons. Yes, I know that. I remember vividly, and my reaction was very much the same way when I first saw it back in the 80s. Now, I wasn't scared of it. I mean, it was basically, it is for little girls, right? But with the G1s and G2s, G3s, essentially it was made for little girls, and it wasn't made for guys. We had G.I. Joe, we had Transformers, we had He-Man, and the girls, they had She-Ra, and they've had other things like Strawberry Shortcake and whatnot for themselves, you know, and stereotypically that's the way it went. Today's market, not so much now with the G4 ponies. Now, like I said, I've been a Brony since 80s, but there wasn't really any name for it. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, Saberspark, come on, guy. You know, your 15 minutes of fame is done. You know, you're losing touch with what's going on. Sure, you're getting invited to conventions, you're going to BronyCon, you're going to this Everfree Gardens, and people will correct me if I say anything that's, you know, that's not the name of the con. Okay, just leave it in the comments and leave it at that. That's cool. You know, I'm going to leave it at that right now. But you know what? I don't like Saberspark. I don't like what he brings to the table for My Little Pony. For my next episode, I'm going to target Dusty Cat. I got a lot to mention on this. I'll see you soon. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.